start singing, skies are blue. The world's awake, it's time for you. Start it right, you know it's true. Anson in the morning.
That's right, guys. It's Anson in the morning. I'm Anson. I'm here. You're there. Let's do this real quick. Not a long show today, but like I said, the New Year's resolution is to do as much of this show as I can, and every Monday, come hell or high water, I'm going to do the best. So as you guys know, excuse me, when I do the Anson in the morning, I usually write it out pretty good. I write a couple of pages, and I tell myself what I'm going to talk about. I put it into categories. What are you going to do? I didn't today, man. I've been down for shit. It's got to been the last 3 weeks. The first week, the first sickness was a flu. I missed a show because I couldn't talk. I was, like kind of like I am now, and that was no good. And then I tried one last week, and at the end of that show, guys, I'm going to tell you the truth. When I got up and walked out of the studio, man, my head was swimming. So I don't know what this is now. Me and the whole family got this stomach flu thing, which I want to say it's like a stomach flu, but it's more like a flu with stomach issues. I mean, I don't know where the shit this comes from. I still got to keep my coffee going, though. It's the only way I can survive. But yeah, it's, you're peeing out your butt and throwing up, and nothing sounds good to eat. Yesterday was a Super Bowl. We'll get to that in a minute. And I made some ribs for everybody. And, normally I can devour a rack of ribs by myself. I'm not a fat guy. I'm not a big guy. I'm a little chubby, but nothing major, spare tire around the waist and, the little bit of the beer belly. What are you going to do? But I can go for a full rack of ribs, half rack, you name it. And I had 2 ribs yesterday, and I'm like, ugh, couldn't do it. I bought a 12-pack of beer for the Super Bowl. I had 2. One when the game started and one about the fourth quarter, because I just can't stomach. Is anybody else out there getting all this weird tummy shit, like with being sick? And what's worse is that this thing comes with body aches. Like my head's been swimming. I walked upstairs last night to go to bed, and holy shit, man, I don't want to sit here and bitch about me being sick all day, but I'm just letting you know what's going on with Spicy, because this is my Anson. Sorry, that's my other character. This is my time to do what I do. So, I'm going to bitch a little bit, but fuck, dude, I just can't get better. I got 3 kids. My daughter, nothing, not a problem. One of my boys got kind of sick. He wasn't doing too good. My other boy got it like me. My poor son on Friday night, like I said, we're all so fucked up around here. And he's what, 12, almost 13. He's sicker. He's almost as sick as I am, maybe even a little worse. And this poor kid was like, Dad, I got to go take a shower. I'm like, what happened? He looked at me like a 12-year-old. He goes, I must be sick because I trusted a fart. This poor kid shat himself. So he went upstairs and cleaned all of his pants and stuff. And 2 hours later, he comes downstairs and the same fucking thing happens again. Like, is anybody getting this tummy stuff? Like, is anybody sick like I am? Because this is nuts, dude. I have not been sick and so what I think it was I got a flu the first part of January, and then that was a long one. Like I said, that was 2-3 weeks, and then I got this other one, but this is more like a tummy, and like, I don't know, the throwing up, the pooping all the time, not wanting to eat. Like, this is bad. But what I did do was I made it through the Super Bowl, and that was kind of cool. My boys, they're not real big football fans, and neither am I really. But since I spent most of my life in Portland, I you got to go for the Seahawks. That's just who we are. So we watching the Super Bowl. I made ribs. We had queso dips, and me as a former chef, I cooked it up, and we just weren't hungry. But the game, for somebody who loves Seattle, the game was amazing, and we can talk about the Bad Bunny halftime show if you guys want. I don't care. I liked it. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I just want to watch the fucking game. And I don't care what language you speak. It was a good Super Bowl thing, halftime show. The game was cool. Lots of good plays that nobody made on either team. Man, those poor Patriots. That kid had the look of getting caught with his eyes in the headlight, deer with his eyes caught in the headlights. That fucking quarterback on it. What's his name? See, that's how sick I am. I can't even remember his fucking name. But what is he, like 21? You're not gonna be a Super Bowl MVP at 21, buddy. It's just not gonna happen. You need some experience. You need some seasoning. You put these rookies on these teams and they go crazy and they're not doing what they're. That's just my opinion. Super Bowl is for guys who earned it, who have played hard, who you got to be. You can't go, dude. If I went in there and they're like, all you got to do is stand on the field and not do anything, I'd still be like this, just fucking nervous. You know, I mean, imagine when you're this quarterback and you're 21, put under that pressure. Now, maybe in 5 years he's going to be great for New England, but this was not his year, and it really sucks that you go out there and you get embarrassed like that, you know, at a young age at the Super Bowl. But you know what? Life lessons are life lessons, kiddo. Good luck in the future. But hey, let's hoist the cup to Seattle. Yay. It's about time we pull another one in. What is this, our second, I think? So, and now I'm going online and I'm looking at some of these sports bets that people were betting, man. Some guy, just because he, like me, just like Seattle, didn't know the stats, didn't know nothing about nothing. What's he do? He put like 30K on Seattle. Boom, fucking hit it. You got guys, I didn't know this. You could bet on the coin toss. There, I was reading today on my phone. Oh shit! See, I start getting too excited, and this cold shit's keeping up. You can bet on what color the Gatorade's gonna be when they dump it on the coach at the end of the game. Did you know that? Gatorade actually has a secret way that they keep the color, the final color, hidden until it gets dumped, because that way they don't want to influence the bettors in Vegas and shit. Okay. People will bet on anything, but I guess that's the same. What's the site I'm looking at on my phone now where I guess you can bet on anything. Vegas been doing that for years. Like, people don't realize Vegas has been allowing bets on anything for years. If there's action on it, they'll take your money. But there's these new apps on your phone that you can bet on whatever. And I don't know, man. I'm a horse better. As you guys know, I love horse racing. I'm pretty knowledgeable about what I'm doing. When it comes to it, I make a little profit. I'm not rich by it at all, but I'm definitely on the plus side of my bets, which is rare for a lot of people betting, but I like what I do. Being able to bet on anything at any time, isn't that just a recipe for going broke? That's what it feels like to me. But people will bet on the coin toss. They'll bet on how many helmets get ripped off, how many people are going to get injured, the plus or minus on injuries. Crazy shit. I guess people were betting on how long the national anthem was going to be, how long the halftime show, all of this stuff, just little things that you can bet on, which just drive me nuts. But whatever, guys, it was a fun game. Even though I'm fucked up, just sicker than shit, but that's okay. I got to spend time with my boys, and we sat down here and we watched the game together. We had some good food. There was lots of talking about plays and what should they have done? Who's going to do what next? What kind of a defense is that? I'm trying to get my boys more and more into it, because we don't have a lot of things that of interest that we share. My music is classic rock. They know exactly who Bad Bunny. I never heard of the guy until a couple of weeks ago when all this shit kicked off with Bad Bunny stuff. I didn't know who he was. I'm not saying that he's good or bad. I'm not criticizing the music at all. I'm just saying I didn't know. I didn't know who he was. My kids did. So cool for them, And when the halftime show came on, they were into it. And, I got to see Pedro Pascal, Mando up there, and a bunch of other people. So it was neat, man. And we're going to talk let me bring this up. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm just fucked up. Let me bring this up. The commercials. So there's been a lot of cool Budweiser commercials with the Clydesdales, and there was like one with the Clydesdale and a puppy, and the puppy grew up and like they were helping each other out and blah, blah, blah. This year, it just failed to hit the mark, man. The horse found a little bird and it turned into an eagle, and like he was running with its wings behind him, made him look like a peg. I don't know. And then they brought the Clydesdale and the eagle to the Super Bowl. I thought that was funny, though. After the commercial, there's the Clydesdale and the eagle on the field. So that was pretty funny. But None of those commercials like got me. You know, I guess you had to know that if you wanted a free bag of chips or some shit, you had to catch the QR code with your phone. They don't tell us this. I don't know. The commercials were lacking. There was nothing that was like in my face for commercials, but which one got me? Which one did I think was cool? The first Lay's commercial was cool, where the dad was handing over the farm to his daughter. As a dad, you see, legacies getting passed, and it touches you. So that was pretty neat. The Super Bowl overall, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. Just because my team won, I guess. But even at that, it was a good game. We were about ready to have a bunch of firsts that we didn't have. The first blowout. We did have the first amount of field goals made by a kicker. So yay. Just good shit. All kinds of good shit going on. So it was entertaining. It was a good time. Now we'll be back to Monday. And you get the TikTok hate. I wake up this morning and my tummy's not feeling so good. So what do? I go sit on the toilet and I'm watching my TikToks. And I guess I'm another one because I'm sitting here talking about it. But every other post was either about Bad Bunny or about the Trump, the whatever it was, the USA, the one with Kid Rock halftime show. That's all they talk about. Nobody talking about the games. Nobody talking about this or that. It's all about the halftime show. Guys, can we just not enjoy the best fucking football game all year? And it wasn't the best football game all year, but it was a great one. Can we just not enjoy the spectacle of the Super Bowl without all getting up in arms about who hates who and who loves who and this and that? I mean, do you remember when the biggest controversy of the Super Bowl was when Justin Timberlake ripped off Janet Jackson's boob thing and showed her boobs? You're like, oh my God, we're never watching the Super Bowl again. It's all about evil and the devil and this and that. Like, shut up. Now it's got to be political. Everybody, the thing is, and I noticed this yesterday, everybody's got to be angry about everything all the time. Now, I'm not angry that the Super Bowl commercials didn't hit. I was just like, come on, guys. We can step it up. What do you guys pay? $1 million, $2 million for a 30-second ad, maybe more now? Because that's what it used to be 10 years ago. You can't jump up the production values and shit. I don't know. I would think that you'd want to put your best foot forward. And I guess they tried. So I'm not going to complain too much. Anyway, guys, like I said, it was a good time to sit with my boys, watch a good game. Afterwards, they got this game called Undisputed. It's this boxing game that was free on the PlayStation Network. So they spent the evening boxing with each other. And me, I would play winner, and they'd kick my ass. But it's a fun game. I was talking to the boys, and I was like, what you guys have Mortal Kombat. You guys have got Street Fighter. I got you guys all the best fighting games. What is it that you love about this boxing game? And both of them, it's slow. You don't have to learn special moves. Everybody's just loving this game, and it's not bad. So that was a good time. So after the Super Bowl, we got to box with each other on the thing. Yeah, I know, Devin. I'm trying, baby. How do I show these things? There you go. Look at that, bro. Stop getting sick. Yeah, I'm trying, buddy. I'm trying. I promise you. That's like I said, this ain't going to be a long show today. I wanted to get the Super Bowl stuff out. I wanted to let you guys know I can't miss a show. So whether I'm here for 10 minutes or an hour and a half, at least I showed up to work today. I'm here. I'm doing what I can. I'm trying, guys. We will do a fat and spicy this Thursday. Hopefully Jacob and all of them are available. We've got 3 wise men. I think that might be today that they're doing that. I don't know. But here, where's the thing? Like I said, I'm not the best at this, but here it is. Go right down there. Visit our YouTube channel. You got all these shows that we do. Anson in the Morning's just one of them. But it's at the PNS Studio. Easy to find. Go in there, like, follow, subscribe, do all the things. Look, there it is right there. I'm like a pro now, hitting these things. Anyway, guys, that's all I got the energy for. I'm going to go have a cup of coffee. Shit, I just might go to bed. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. This sucks. If you guys are out there sick like me, take care of yourselves. Get healthy. Take your vitamins. I guess zinc is great for when you're sick. I don't know. That's what my friends tell me. They like, take zinc, take zinc. I'm like, okay. Well, this multivitamin I take has like 100% of the day's zinc in it. I think. Does it got 100%? What's the zinc in this? 11 milligrams, 100% of my daily allowance. So I've got the zinc going. I don't know what else I can do for you guys. But if you're sick, I know that these are the cheap ones. These are the ones you get from Walmart. It's a one daily for dudes. That's what I take. You know, it keeps me healthy, I guess. Not really, because I'm sick now. But take your vitamins. That is important, especially if you don't eat right. Because I don't really eat right. I eat sporadically. You know, we had the ribs yesterday. I ate 2. You know, I that's all I ate all day. So you want your nutrition, I guess you eat these vitamins. But guys, if you're sick, stay healthy. Call off work. Don't get everybody else sick, because this sucks. This is not fun. And put down there in the chats here in YouTube or Facebook or wherever you guys are watching this live or later. Let me know where you guys are from and if you guys have got this tummy flu going around too, because like I said, this is no bueno. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you popping in for this 15, 16 minutes to talk to Anson. I love you guys. I will see you next week, hopefully healthier and happier. So I'm running out of breath already. Until then, guys, I love you. Like, follow, subscribe. I'll see you next week.